Welcome to Science Store online classes.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Yeah, dear students, welcome back to biology online classes. The chapter what we are discussing under CET NEET is about biological classification. So in the last three sessions we have completed up to question number 46. 46 questions we have covered. Let's move to question number 47. Which is the characteristic feature of chrysophytes? Chrysophytes means which includes diatoms and desmids, golden algae. A. Parasitic forms causing disease in animals? No. Have protein rich layer called pellicle? No. Pellicle is present in members of euglenoids, example euglena. Commonly called dinoflagellates? No. They are the diatoms and the golden algae. D. Have indestructible wall layer deposited with silica. Yes. So they have indestructible wall layer that is deposited with the silica. Okay. So silica. Silicon dioxide, silica. So that is the right option. Option is option D. Let's move to question number 48. One of the following organisms shows red tide phenomena. It's a very important question. Red tide phenomena. A. Goniolax, B. Euglena, C. Noctiluca, D. Gonia. Now let's move from last to the first. Gonia. Gonia is nothing, simply they gave one name. Okay. Noctiluca, it is commonly referred to as sea sparkle. Noctiluca. Noctiluca. For question number 48, it is Noctiluca. It is commonly called as sea sparkle. Because it shines because of its peculiar feature that is called as bioluminescence. The living organisms emit light due to the chemical reaction what is taking place in their body. That phenomena is called as bioluminescence. Okay, there is an enzyme called as luciferase. This luciferase is an enzyme, okay, which acts on a chemical substance luciferin. That is responsible for production of or emission of the light. So this is the biochemical reaction what is taking place in the body of these organisms. So what is this Noctiluca? So these are the Noctiluca. It's a type of algae. Okay. What is present in the marine water bodies. So they are marine dwelling species. Okay. So in some books they have given algae, but in some websites they have given dinoflagellates. So actually it is not an algae, it is an dinoflagellate only. Noctiluca. It resembles algae, but they are not dinoflagellates, and they are living in marine habitat. Okay, now what is that euglena? No, euglena will not form red tide. Now the correct option is option A, that is Goniolax. So Goniolax, it produces a kind of toxins. Those toxins are called as esotoxins. What are called as esotoxins? And these toxins are sulfur bearing polyether, sulfur containing polyethers, and they are harmful to the other animals. Okay, so these Goniolax, which produces esotoxins, and it is responsible for the formation of red tide in the ocean because of that red colored pigment what is deposited by these organisms, that is dinoflagellates. Next, coming to question number 49. Locomotory organs of Sporozoa. Yes, Sporozoa is locomotion means it is used to move from one place to another place, that is the locomotion. So, what are the correct options? A. Tentacles, B. Reticulocytes, C. Legs, D. None of the above. Protozoosally legs unta illa, absent. That cannot be an option. None of the above cannot be option. Tentacles alla. Tentacles are mainly used for feeding and grasping of the food. Okay, which is present in euglenoids. But sporozoans, okay, a type of amoeboid protozoans, they do not have these tentacles. Instead, they have reticulocytes. They have reticulocytes. Sorry, I'm very sorry. Locomotory organs of Sporozoa is reticulocytes is, let me tell you. It is a type of immature RBCs. What is the meaning of reticulocytes? It is a type of immature RBCs. Okay. So, none of the option is correct here. Okay. Locomotory organ of Sporozoa. These sporozoans are parasites. That means they are living or they are depend upon another living host for their survival. For this purpose, they lose their locomotory organs. So, parasitic forms, sporozoans are the parasitic forms. They actually do not require a locomotory organ. Correct? So, these parasitic forms, which are the sporozoans, they lack the locomotory organs. So, the correct option is option D, that is none of the above. They don't have legs, they don't have tentacles, they don't have cells, RBCs, which are immature, called as reticulocytes. So, the correct option is option D. Okay? Because sporozoan parasite ಆದ್ರಿಂದ ಅವಗಳಿಗೆ ಲೆಗ್ಸ್ನ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. They don't have to move from one place to another place in search of food, okay, or to escape from the enemies, because they can live inside the living host. They depend upon the living host for their survival, okay, for their food as well as for their shelter. We will move to the next question, question number 50. A unicellular sac fungus is sac fungus. The fruiting body called as ascocarp is present in them. A. Claviceps, B. Penicillium, C. Saccharomyces, and D. Mucor. So, sac fungi you see in case of Saccharomyces, that is baker's yeast. Okay, and these Saccharomyces fungi belongs to Ascomycetes, correct? And these fungus mainly grows on grapes, drakshi, and on figs, ಅತ್ತಿಕಾಯಿ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ರೋ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. So the sac fungi is the Saccharomyces, which is a unicellular sac fungus. See, I think the concept, it's very well explained in your NCERT textbook. Saccharomyces, it is the sac fungi. It's given in page number 23. Examples, they are rarely unicellular. For example, yeast Saccharomyces, it is unicellular. Most of them are multicellular. So, this Saccharomyces, that is yeast, it is used for the purpose of fermentation. Now, what is fermentation? There is a glucose. Hello? Glucose gives energy. How? By releasing of energy yielding molecules. You call them as ATPs, means adenosine triphosphates. Adenosine triphosphates, those are ATP molecules, which gives what? Energy by breakdown of glucose. So, what is involved in the breakdown of this glucose? That is yeast. First, the glucose is converted into an acid called as pyruvic acid. So, the yeast acts on this pyruvic acid and they gives energy in the form of ATPs. They release the products such as carbon dioxide and ethyl alcohol. They release carbon dioxide and ethyl alcohol. The formula of ethyl alcohol is C2H5OH. So, carbon dioxide gas is released and ethyl alcohol is formed when the yeast act on the glucose. Okay. First it gives pyruvic acid, then the pyruvic acid is acted upon by the yeast and it forms carbon dioxide and ethyl alcohol. You are going to study these details in respiration, plant respiration chapter, and energy is yielded in the form of high energy yielding molecules such as adenosine triphosphates or ATPs. So, this process is called as fermentation. In the production of alcohol, ethyl alcohol is alcohol, so alcoholic fermentation, this is called as alcoholic fermentation. Grape nalliruvanta sugar, grape sugar enide, that is a glucose, that broke down by the action of yeast and it produces the energy in the form of ATP. So, this is one example where what is the use of the Saccharomyces bacteria. Okay, next, what is claviceps? See the option A. What is claviceps? For which particular group of fungus the claviceps belongs to? It also belongs to Ascomycetes, but not unicellular. Penicillium also belongs to what? Ascomycetes, isn't it? Yes, but it is not unicellular. Mucor belongs to Phycomycetes. It is also not unicellular. Correct? Mucor. Okay. Next, coming to question number 51. Zygospores are formed in, this already I have explained what are zygospores. They are found in A. Puccinia, B. Penicillium, C. Alternaria, D. Mucor. I already gave the example. Okay. Albugo under Phycomycetes, that comes under Oomycetes. It bears oospore. And the zygospores are formed in Mucor. It is formed in Mucor. Okay. So zygospores are nothing but as a result of sexual reproduction. One strain having plus as a genotype and another strain is having a minus strain as the genotype. They fuse and they forms a zygospore. Okay, that is in case of Zygomycetes. This already explained in the previous sessions. Oomycetes, they produces oospores. Zygomycetes, they produces zygospores. Correct? So both of these Zygomycetes as well as Oomycetes comes under Phycomycetes. We will move to the next question. This is question number 52. Potato spindle tuber disease caused by, already discussed, that is option B, viroids. Question number 53. Trichoderma is, what is trichoderma? Whether it is A, smut fungi, whether it is B, fungi imperfecti, whether it is C, bread mold, or whether it is D, ringworm, cause ringworm disease. What is the answer? Trichoderma belongs to Deuteromycetes. So Deuteromycetes are fungi imperfecti. So the right option is option B. Smut fungi, it belongs to Basidiomycetes. Ustilago, for example, Ustilago is an example for your smut fungi. Correct? Ustilago is an example for smut fungi. So it belongs to Basidiomycetes. So what is a smut? Small black colored sooty substance. When you burn a paper, you can see black soots are coming out, carbon, isn't it? So it looks like a black soot. What one? The smuts. Okay, so the smuts is a common name, and Ustilago, it is scientific name. It is given in the NCERT. So the Ustilago, which belongs to the class of fungi called as Basidiomycetes. Then bread mold, scientific name is Rhizopus. Correct? So Rhizopus belongs to Phycomycetes or Ascomycetes. Rhizopus, it is a bread mold and it belongs to Phycomycetes. Rhizopus and Mucor belongs to Zygomycetes, isn't it? Okay. Next, ringworm. Ringworm is caused by a fungus called as Trichophyton rubrum. Trichophyton rubrum anta ಒಂದು ಫಂಗಸ್ ಇದೆ, that causes ringworm. Trichophyton polysporum, another fungus, it is called as Trichophyton polysporum. This also causes the ringworm infection. So these fungus thrive well. They live in moist damp places, skin, if there is moisture, if it is wet for a very long time, and if it is not clean, then it gives ideal atmosphere or environment for the growth or the development of the fungus. So that is Trichophyton rubrum. It causes ringworm. We'll move to the last question, question number 54. Thread-like filaments of fungi are known as A. Conidia, B. Mycorrhiza, C. Sporangium, D. Hyphae. So, fungus body, it is called as mycelium, which are having the thin thread-like structures, highly branched structures, those are called as the hyphae. So, option is D. Sporangium is the fruiting body inside which the spores are produced. Mycorrhiza is the association of the fungus, for example glomus, with the roots of higher vascular plants, already discussed. Conidia are nothing but the sex organ, the asexual structures which produces conidiospores exogenously. For example, in case of Basidiomycetes, right? Conidia, the asexual spores are the conidia which are produced exogenously on the structures called as conidiophores. This is also done in the theory. So the right option is option D. So students, with this 54 questions, we have covered the CET NEET portion of the chapter biological classification. So let me take one more worksheet and we will discuss few more questions. Around 30 questions more we will discuss in today's class, and another 20 questions I may give you as home assignment. Okay students. So in another worksheet we will move to the first question, that is question number 1. Few of the questions we already discussed, but same concepts, in what way they may ask, you will get an idea if you solve more and more questions. So we'll start with the first question. It is statement based. There are two statements are given. I'll send you the worksheet of this. I will WhatsApp you the worksheet of this. Two statements are given, statement 1 and statement 2. So statement 1 says that, listen properly, Linnaeus, take out the worksheet, Linnaeus classified the plants into trees, shrubs and herbs on the basis of morphological characters. This is statement 1. Whether it is correct or no? It is incorrect, because it is not Linnaeus, it is the Aristotle who has classified the plants into trees, shrubs and herbs on the basis of their external features, morphological characters. So that is the incorrect statement. Statement 2 says Aristotle divided animals into groups such as Anaima and Enaima. Anaima and Enaima. Anaima and Enaima. What is that Anaima and Enaima? You may be hearing for the first time. A means it is without. A means what? Without. So Aristotle is a Greek philosopher, isn't it? So A means without, Greek word. There are no RBCs. without RBCs, that is called as anemia. If there are RBCs with the RBCs means red blood cells, then it is called as anemia. So he has classified the animals into two groups. Those animals which are having the RBCs are called as anemia, and those animals which are having no RBCs, he called them as anemia. Got my point? Anemia and anemia. So usually invertebrates, they don't have RBCs, but vertebrates, they do have RBCs. Correct? So the statement 2, it is correct, but the statement 1 is incorrect. So there are 4 options given. First one, only statement 1 is correct. Second one, only statement 2 is correct. Third one, both statements 1 and statement 2 are correct. And the fourth one, both statement 1 and statement 2 are incorrect. So the right option is only the statement 2 is correct, that is option 2. We'll move to the second question. In members of which kingdom nuclear membrane is absent? Nuclear membrane ಯಾವುದರಲ್ಲಿ absent? Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae. So the right answer is answer 1, kingdom Monera. They don't have any nuclear membrane. So that is why they are called as prokaryotes. Question number 3. In 5 kingdom classification, the kingdom that includes the blue-green algae, nitrogen fixing bacteria and methanogenic archaebacteria is. Blue-green algae ಬರೋದು prokaryotes ಅಲ್ಲಿ, nitrogen fixing bacteria also ಬರೋದು prokaryotes ಅಲ್ಲಿ, methanogenic bacteria also comes under prokaryotes. So all these prokaryotes are included under kingdom Monera. So the right option is option 1. Question number 4. Which one of the following is not the basis of 5 kingdom classification? 5 kingdom system classification basis ಯಾವುದು ಅಲ್ಲ. So 5 kingdom system of classification is mainly based on cell structure, then body organization, then reproduction, then mode of nutrition and phylogenetic classification system or phylogenetic analysis. These are the 5 features which are essential for the classification of 5 kingdom system of classification. But see the options: cell structure, body organization, reproduction and reserve food material. So the option 4 is not included, that is reserve food material. All other 3s are included. Question number 5. Position of bacteria in the kingdom system of classification proposed by Linnaeus is 1 Monera, B Protista, 3 Plantae, 4 Animalia. The kingdom classification proposed by Linnaeus is kept bacteria in Plantae. Under Plantae he has included bacteria because Linnaeus has given only 2 kingdom system of classification. One is plants, even bacteria, everything is included under plants. Another one is animals. So the right option is option 3. Question number 6. Who was the founder of 5 kingdom system of classification? Yes. Who is that? R.H. Whittaker. Robert Harding Whittaker is given the classification system in the year 1969. Carolus Linnaeus 2 kingdom system of classification. Aristotle told the plants are having 3 different sizes based on morphological features, external characters: smaller herbs, medium shaped shrubs and larger taller trees. And he gave the animals, he has classified into invertebrates and vertebrates based on the presence of no RBCs or with RBCs as anemia and anemia. Theo Diener, Theodor Otto Diener, in 1971, he has told that viroids causes potato spindle tuber disease in case of potato plants. So the right option is option 2, R.H. Whittaker. Question number 7. According to 5 kingdom system, gymnosperms and angiosperms are grouped under the kingdom 1 Monera, 2 Protista, 3 Fungi, 4 Plantae. They are all included under Plantae. Gymnosperms means naked seed, means Seed is not having cover. They don't produce fruits. Okay. Angiosperms means they are the flowering plants. They produce fruits. Okay. So the option is option 4. Move to question number 8. Which organisms are not included in the 5 kingdom system of classification? 1 protozoans, 2 viruses, 3 lichens, 4 both 2 and 3. So the right option is both 2 and 3. That is, viruses and lichens have been not included under any system of classification. But protozoans are included under Protista, kingdom Protista. So the right answer is option 4. Question number 9. Who for the first time classified the organisms on the basis of scientific approach? NCERT, refer. Aristotle, Linnaeus, Whitaker or Pasteur? You can refer question number 1 for this. Is Aristotle first time classified the organisms based on scientific approach. Okay, scientific approach was there. How to categorize plants and how to categorize the animals. Plants were categorized based on their external morphology into herbs, shrubs and trees, whereas the animals were categorized into invertebrates and vertebrates based on absence and the presence of the red blood cells, RBCs. So the right option is option 1. It is not Linnaeus, not Whitaker, no Pasteur. You know Pasteur, Louis Pasteur is given the phenomena of pasteurization. What is that pasteurization? You have studied, no? That is heating the milk to very high degree Celsius and suddenly cooling. Okay, that is pasteurization, pasteurikarana. This is given by Louis Pasteur, so that the microorganisms present in the milk, they die, they will not survive. So move to question number 10. Aristotle classified animals into 2 groups on the basis of presence or absence of RBC. The group which does not have RBCs is, of course, Anaima. That is option 1. It is not Anaima, or it is not Ovipara, or it is not Vivipara. Ovipara means egg-laying animals. Vivipara means the animals which directly give birth to the young ones. Ovipara means the animals which lay eggs. Vivipara means the animals which give birth to the young ones. Question number 11. Heterotrophic eukaryotic multicellular organisms lacking a cell wall are included in the kingdom. Heterotrophic, which cannot synthesize their own food, depends upon the other organisms for their food. Eukaryotic, with a true nucleus, and multicellular organisms having many cells. All these are the characters of 1 Protista, 2 fungi, 3 plantae, 4 animalia. So the answer is 4 animalia. Animalia includes heterotrophic eukaryotic multicellular organisms, but they lack cell wall. Okay. Question number 12. Match the following. 2 columns were given, column 1 and column 2. In column 1 they have given group of bacteria, in column 2 their shape. So you know, Coccus means round shaped, Bacillus means rod shaped, Spirillum means spiral shaped, Vibrio means comma shaped. So identify the right match. Option 2 is the right answer. Option 2. A is 2, Coccus spherical, B is 1, Bacillus rod shaped, C is 3, Spirillum is spiral, and D is 4, that is Vibram or Vibrium, it is comma shaped. Question number 13. During favorable conditions, bacteria mainly reproduce by 1 budding, 2 fragmentation, 3 sporulation, 4 fission. So bacteria reproduce by fission mainly during the favorable condition. Fission means dividing, division. Binary fission, binary means dividing into 2, the cell dividing into 2, that is called as binary fission. Multiple fission means dividing into many cells, that is called as multiple fission. So when the conditions are favorable, when they will get enough temperature, enough moisture, okay, conditions are very favorable for their growth, then only they undergo this fission reaction. Okay, fragmentation means forming into or dividing into fragments, pieces, that is during unfavorable conditions. Budding, sporulation, spore formation, bud formation, all during unfavorable conditions. Question number 14, select the correct statement. 1, they have given cholera, typhoid, tetanus are known as disease caused by virus. No. Cholera is caused by bacteria. Cholera is caused by a bacteria. It is called as Vibrio cholerae. Vibrio cholerae. Note down the spelling. Vibrio cholerae. Then typhoid. Typhoid is also caused by a bacterium that is called as Salmonella typhi. Salmonella typhi. Then the next one, tetanus. Tetanus is also caused by a bacteria. It is called as Clostridium tetani. Clostridium tetani. So these are all bacterial disease, not the viral disease. So option 1 is not correct. Second one, dinoflagellate, euglenoids and slime modes are all placed under kingdom Monera. No, they are all placed under kingdom Protista. Kingdom Monera badali barudu Archaebacteria, Eubacteria ಮತ್ತು Mycoplasma. 3 members of the kingdom Protista are primarily aquatic. Yes, that is the correct answer. They live in water bodies. Dinoflagellates are the chief producers in the oceans. No, diatoms are the chief producers in the oceans. So the right option is option 3. We'll move to question number 15. Select the incorrect statement. 1. Nostoc and Anabia have heterocyst for nitrogen fixation. Both are cyanobacteria. Both are eubacteria. Yes, they have. They are both are blue-green algae. So they have this heterocyst. Second one, cyanobacteria often form blooms in polluted water bodies. Yes. If the water is polluted, for example, a freshwater body is there, lake, it is polluted. Means you can find more growth of this cyanobacteria. Why it is polluted? Because these cyanobacteria, they will take all the, when they die, the cyanobacteria, when they die, okay, it forms the dead organic matter, okay, it's called as bloom in the water bodies, okay, and the microorganisms which are feeding on this dead organism or dead and decaying matter, ಕೊಳೆಯುವಂಥ ಪದಾರ್ಥಗಳು, ಲೈಕ್ ಈ ಸೈನೋಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ ಸತ್ತೋದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಕೊಳಿತದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಆ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ, ವಾಟರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಡೌನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್, ದ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಸಚ್ ಆಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ, ದೇ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್. ಸೊ ಆಗ ನೀರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ನ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಫಿಶಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಬೇರೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಅಕ್ವಾಟಿಕ್ ಆ್ಯನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಏನಿದ್ದರೆ ಅದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ನ ಕೊರತೆಯಿಂದ ಸತ್ತೋಗ್ತದೆ. ದೇ ಡೈ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಆರ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಪ್ರೈವ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್. once again, ಸರೌಂಡಿಂಗ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಇದೆ, ಆ ಸರೌಂಡಿಂಗ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಬಾಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ಸಯನೋಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ, ಬ್ಲೂ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಆಲ್ಗೆ ಸತ್ತ ಮೇಲೆ ಅದು ಡಿಗ್ರೇಡ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಬೈ ದ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ವಾಟರ್ ಬಾಡೀಸ್. ಸೊ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ ಅದನ್ನು ಡಿಗ್ರೇಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಡೌನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ನೀರಿನಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ, ಆ ಸಯನೋಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ ಸತ್ತೋದನ್ನು ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಡೌನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ಆಗ ನೀರಿನಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ವಾಟರ್ ಬಾಡೀಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಫಿಶಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅದರ್ ಅಕ್ವಾಟಿಕ್ ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್, they will die because of lack of oxygen. Okay, so that is the effect of the bloom. Fourth option, the cell wall of the mycoplasma are made up of chitin. No, mycoplasma, they lack cell wall. Chitin is a cell wall which is a polysaccharide, a type of carbohydrate which is present in fungal cell wall. So the right option is answer 4, which is the incorrect statement. Move to the question number 16. Heterocyst present in Anabina. Anabina is a blue-green algae. Is specialized for what? One, nitrogen fixation. Yes, nitrogen fixation only. Not for the second option, food storage. Third option, fission. And fourth option for sexual reproduction. No. We'll move to the question number 17. Make the odd one out with respect to the cell wall. 1 halophiles, 2 methanogens, 3 thermoacidophiles, 4 cyanobacteria. Mark the odd one with respect to the cell wall. Cell wall in Archaebacteria is what? Pseudomurine. I told pseudopeptidoglycan or pseudomurine. While in Eubacteria it is murine or the peptidoglycan. Okay. So halophiles, methanogens, then thermoacidophiles, all these are examples for what? Archaebacteria. Cyanobacteria is example for Eubacteria. So which is the odd one? Cyanobacteria. Which is the Eubacteria is the odd one. So take it out. So the right answer is the answer 4, option 4. Move to the question number 18. Primitive bacteria living in salty area are called as 1 methanogens, 2 thermoacidophiles, 3 heliophytes and 4 halophiles. The right option is option 4, halophiles. Heliophytes are sun-loving. Thermoacidophiles means they are living in high temperature and high acidic conditions. Methanogens means they are living in they are responsible for production of the methane gas. So Archaebacteria, they are living in salty areas. Okay, those are the primitive bacteria and they are called as the halophiles. Next, question number 19. Select the non-protista group. ಒಂದು ನಾನ್ ಪ್ರೊಟಿಸ್ಟ, ಬಾಕಿದೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರೊಟಿಸ್ಟ. 1 slime molds, 2 dinoflagellates, 3 phycomycetes and 4 chrysophytes. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ phycomycetes fungus, ಬಾಕಿದು 3 ಪ್ರೊಟಿಸ್ಟ. So the odd one is option 3. Question number 20. Which of the following is correct? All slime molds are haploid. 2 protozoans lack cell wall. 3 dinoflagellates are non-motile. 4 pellicle is absent in euglena. No, pellicle is the proteinaceous layer which is present in the euglena. So that is correct. Adu correct alla. Dinoflagellates are non-motile anta kottidare, adu correct alla, they are motile. Protozoans lack cell wall anta kottidare, alla. Protozoans, oh okay, protozoans lack cell wall, correct. Protozoans alli cell wall illa. First option ಏನು? All slime molds are haploid. Slime molds are haploid as well as the diploid. ಅದು ಕೂಡ correct. So the option 2 is correct because protozoans lack cell wall. ಬಾಕಿದು 3 ಕೂಡ incorrect. All slime molds are haploid ಅಲ್ಲ. Slime molds are haploid as well as the diploid. So ಅದು incorrect. Dinoflagellates are non-motile ಅಲ್ಲ. Dinoflagellates are motile. Pellicle is absent in euglena. Wrong. Pellicle is present in euglena. So ಅದು 3 incorrect. Option 2 is correct. Protozoans lack the cell wall. Now if you see the life cycle of Plasmodium, ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ life cycle of Plasmodium theory class ಅಲ್ಲಿ? How it is life cycle of Plasmodium? Let me explain you about the life cycle of the Plasmodium, students. Now if you see the life cycle of Plasmodium, it is sorry, not Plasmodium, slime molds. If you see the life cycle of slime molds, Plasmodium is in second year. It is slime molds, which belongs to chrysophytes, isn't it? Okay. ಅದರ ಲೈಫ್ ಸೈಕಲ್ ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಲೈಮ್ ಮೋಲ್ಡ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಬಿಲಾಂಗ್ಸ್ ಟು ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ ಪ್ರೊಟಿಸ್ಟಾ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಈ ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ ಪ್ರೊಟಿಸ್ಟಾ ಸ್ಲೈಮ್ ಮೋಲ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಬಿಲಾಂಗ್ಸ್ ಟು ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ ಪ್ರೊಟಿಸ್ಟಾ. ನೋಟ್ ಡೌನ್, ಆ ಬೋರ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆಯುವ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ ಪ್ರೊಟಿಸ್ಟಾ ಅದರ ಲೈಫ್ ಸೈಕಲ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಈ ಸ್ಲೈಮ್ ಮೋಲ್ಡ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿದರೆ, ಸೊ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಫೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೋಡಿಯಮ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೋಡಿಯಮ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಆ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೋಡಿಯಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ವಿಚ್ ಕಾಸಸ್ ಮಲೇರಿಯಾ, ಬಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಫೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೋಡಿಯಮ್. ಅದರ ಹೆಸರು ಫೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೋಡಿಯಮ್. ಅಂದರೆ ದಿಸ್ type of slime mold, it feeds on dead and decaying leaves. Okay, it feeds on dead and decaying leaves. So it is called as feeding plasmodium. It is called as feeding plasmodium. The structure ಹೀಗಿರ್ತದೆ ನೋಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. So this feeding plasmodium ಏನಿದೆಯೋ that change and it forms mature plasmodium. ಈ ಫೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೋಡಿಯಂ ಏನಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಎ ಮೆಚೋರ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೋಡಿಯಂ. ಸೊ ಫೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೋಡಿಯಂ ಈಸ್ ದ ಇಮ್ಮೆಚೋರ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೋಡಿಯಂ. ಮೆಚೋರಿಟಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? ಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲಿ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇಮ್ಮೆಚೋರ್. ಬಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಮೆಚೋರ್ಡ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೋಡಿಯಂ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲಿ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿವ್. ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಗೋ ಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್. ಸಂತಾನಾಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಇದಕ್ಕಿದೆ, ಪಾಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಇದೆ, ಇದಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಫೀಡಿಂಗ್, ಇದು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ತಿಂತಾ ಇರೋದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಇದು ಮೆಚೋರ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಈಗ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಫೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೋಡಿಯಮ್ ಈಸ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟೆಡ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ ಮೆಚೋರ್ಡ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೋಡಿಯಮ್. ಮೆಚೋರ್ಡ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೋಡಿಯಮ್ ಆಗಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಸೊ ಈ ಮೆಚೋರ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೋಡಿಯಮ್ ಏನಿದೆ, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸಸ್ ದ ಫ್ರೂಟಿಂಗ್ ಬಾಡಿ. ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸಸ್ ದ ಫ್ರೂಟಿಂಗ್ ಬಾಡಿ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ young sporangium. What is called as young sporangium? These are nothing but young sporangium. Andre they can or they have the ability to produce the spores. So matured plasmodium is converted into young sporangium. So they release what? They release the spores. They release spores. So these spores, they germinate when they fall on a suitable substratum. These spores are undergo meiosis because they are haploid. What is meiosis means? Reduction division. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟಿರ್ತದೆ? ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್. ಡಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಈ ಹ್ಯಾಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ನಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ನ ಡಬಲ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಇದು ಡಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಯಾವುದು? ಫೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೋಡಿಯಂ. ಮೆಚೋರ್ಡ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೋಡಿಯಂ ಕೂಡ ಡಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಅದರ ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ DNA ಅದು ಡಬಲ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಸ್ಪೊರಾಂಜಿಯಮಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಇದು ಕೂಡ ಡಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಡಬಲ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ನಾವು ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಗೋ ಎ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಮಿಯೋಸಿಸ್. ಅಂದರೆ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಅರ್ಧ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. And it forms haploid spores. It forms haploid spores. It produces two different kinds of spores, and these spores will germinate. It produces different kinds of spores. Some of the spores are having flagella, and some looks like amoeba shape. These spores ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, these are having flagella. ಇದು germinate ಆಗ್ತದೆ and having ಯಾವುದು? flagella. Some these spores they will mature and forms amoeba like structure. They mature to form amoeba like structure. Now ಈ spores mature ಆದದ್ದು, germinate ಆದದ್ದು ಒಂದು ಯುಗ್ಲಿನಾ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್, ಯುಗ್ಲಿನಾ ಲೈಕ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಆರ್ ಫ್ಲಾಜೆಲ್ಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. These are the flagellated cells. First the spores they germinate. After the germination the spore forms flagellated cells. Hello, these are the flagellated cells having flagella. and amoeboid cells, amoeba-like cells. So these are the flagellated cells, and these are the amoeboid cells. So they will fuse. ಇದು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಅದು ಇದು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಬೋತ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕಂಬೈನ್, ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್. ಒಂದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಕೂಡ್ತದೆ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ನಂತರ ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಇಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಝೈಗೋಟ್. It forms a cell that is called as zygote. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಈ ಟೈಪ್ ಇದು ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಅಮೀಬಾ ಲೈಕ್ ಟೈಪ್, ಅಥವಾ ಈ ಫ್ಲಾಜೆಲ್ಲೇಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಇರುವಂಥ ಸೆಲ್ಸು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ದ ಝೈಗೋಟ್. ಯಾವುದು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆದರೂ at the end it forms the zygote, and these zygote are once again diploid. ಈಗ once again the genetic material diploid ಇದದಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ವಾಪಸ್ ಡಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡೇ ಆಯಿತು, ಡಬಲ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಸೊ ಐ ಡಿನೋಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಡಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ 2n and I donate the haploid as n. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡೇ ಆಯಿತು, 2n ಆಯಿತು. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ n. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಹ್ಯಾಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ n. ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಇದು ಹ್ಯಾಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಮತ್ತು ಇದು ಹ್ಯಾಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಎರಡು ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆದ ಕೂಡಲೇ 2n ಆಯಿತು, ಡಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಡಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2n. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ 2n. ಇದು ಕೂಡ ಡಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ನೋಡಿ, 2n. ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಲೈಫ್ ಸೈಕಲ್ ಇದು ಝೈಗೋಟ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಝೈಗೋಟ್ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ಎ ಫೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೋಡಿಯಂ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಲೈಫ್ ಸೈಕಲ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟ್? ದ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೋಡಿಯಂ. This is the life cycle of Plasmodium. So it has got both the stages. One is the diploid stage as well as another one is the haploid stage. ಇಷ್ಟನ್ನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಯಿತು. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಡಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಡಬಲ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ನಂತರ ಹ್ಯಾಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಆಫ್ ಆಯಿತು, ನಂತರ ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗಿ ಝೈಗೋಟ್ ಆದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ವಾಪಸ್ ಡಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಬಂತು. ಸೊ ಈ ಚಿತ್ರ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮನ್ನು ನೀವು ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. It is useful for the competitive exams. It may not be important for the boards, but definitely important for the various competitive exams like CET and NEET. So we will move to question number 21, which is not a feature of dinoflagellates. Dinoflagellates na feature ಯಾವುದು ಅಲ್ಲ 4ರಲ್ಲಿ. 1. They cause red tides. Dinoflagellates, they cause red tides. ಹೌದು, correct. Their cell wall has stiff cellulose plates on the outer surface. ಹೌದು, ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ದೇ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಟಾಕ್ಸಿನ್ಸ್. ಹೌದು, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್, ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಎಸೋಟಾಕ್ಸಿನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ. 4th one, these are mostly freshwater and non-photosynthetic. No, they are marine and photosynthetic. So 4th option is incorrect. Question number 22. Dash are saprophytic protists whose body moves along decaying twigs and leaves engulfing the organic matter. ಈಗ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. These are the slime molds. Option 4. Not euglenoids, not dinoflagellates, not chrysophytes. These are the slime molds. Slime molds, option 4. So slime molds are saprophytic protists. Move to the question number 23. Being photosynthetic, which organism in absence of sunlight behaves like heterotrophs? 1. Slime molds, 2. euglenoids, 3. sporozoans, and 4. ciliated protozoans. ಯಾವುದು ಆನ್ಸರ್? Being photosynthetic, which organism in absence of sunlight behave like heterotrophs? Euglena, correct, which belongs to euglenoids, option 2. In the presence of sunlight, I told in the earlier session, they have spot called as stigma, which is light sensitive. When it receives the light, when more sunlight is there, it acts like a photosynthetic. It can synthesize its own food. But when the sunlight is less, or in the absence of sunlight, or in the dark, okay, they act like heterotrophic because the pigmented spot, that is stigma, it cannot receive the sunlight. Okay, so it depends upon the other organisms. With the flagella, with the whip-like flagella, they will take other microorganisms which are present in the surrounding water body. That means they act like heterotrophs. So here the nutrition is mixotrophic. It is neither autotrophic, it is autotrophic also, and it is heterotrophic also. Euglena has got both the mode of nutrition, so it is called as mixotrophic, mixture of both. Okay. Next question number 24, which is the incorrect statement regarding the fungi? ನಾಲ್ಕರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ಇನ್ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ. ವೀಟ್ ರಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾಸಿಂಗ್ ಏಜೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪಕ್ಸೀನಿಯಾ, ಅದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಪೆನಿಸಿಲಿಯಮ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಆ್ಯಂಟಿಬಯೋಟಿಕ್, ಅದು ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಪಕ್ಸೀನಿಯಾ, ವೀಟ್ ರಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಸೀಸ್. Puccinia belongs to which class of fungi, dear students? Puccinia belongs to Basidiomycetes, correct? Penicillium, this belongs to Ascomycetes. Antibiotic and produce ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ penicillium in the first antibiotic wonder drug which produced by Alexander Fleming, for which he got Nobel Prize in the year 1945. Alexander Fleming 1945 ಅಲ್ಲಿ Nobel Prize ಸಿಕ್ಕಿತು ಅವನಿಗೆ. Okay, because of the discovery of antibiotic. ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ವಾರ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುವಾಗ ಸೋಲ್ಜರ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ವೂಂಡಾದರು, ಗಾಯ ಆಯಿತು ಅವರಿಗೆ. ಸೊ ಅವರನ್ನು ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅಲೆಕ್ಸಾಂಡರ್ ಫ್ಲೆಮಿಂಗ್ ಈ ಪೆನಿಸಿಲಿಯಂ ಎಂಬ ಫಂಗಸ್ನಿಂದ ಪೆನಿಸಿಲಿಯನ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡಿದಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಯಿತು ಅವರ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟಿಗೆ. ಸೊ ಪೆನಿಸಿಲಿನ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಅನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಟಿಬಯೋಟಿಕ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಆ್ಯಂಟಿಬಯೋಟಿಕ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಡ್ರಗ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಅಗೇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ ದ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಇನ್ಫೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್, ಓನ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ. ಆ್ಯಂಟಿಬಯೋಟಿಕ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ, ನಾಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ವೈರಸ್, ನಾಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಫಂಗಸ್, ನಾಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎನಿ ಅದರ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೋಜೋನ್ಸ್. ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಅವ ಲ್ಯಾಬೊರೇಟರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುವಾಗ ಅಲೆಕ್ಸಾಂಡರ್ ಫ್ಲೆಮಿಂಗ್ ಆ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ, ಅಂದರೆ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾದ ಮೇಲೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದವ, ಈಸ್ ಅ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾಲಜಿಸ್ಟ್. ಆ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾದ ಕಾಲನೀಸ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ ಇತ್ತು. ಆ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾದ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಸ್ ಹೀಗೆ ಅವನು ವಾಶ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕಿಟ್ಟ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ಸನ್ನು. ಆಗ ಆ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ಸ್ನ ಮೇಲೆ ಫಂಗಸ್ ಬೆಳೀಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಫಂಗಸ್ ಬೆಳೆದಾಗ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ಸ್ನ ಮೇಲೆ ಆ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾದ ಕಾಲನಿಯೇ ಕಾಣಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಮಾಯ ಆಯಿತು. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ಸ್ನ ಮೇಲೆ ಆ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ ಕಾಲೋನಿ ಕೂಡ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು, ಇನ್ನೂ ಕೂಡ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು, ಮಾಯ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದಲ್ಲೇ ಇತ್ತು. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಆ ವಾಶ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕಿಟ್ಟಂತಹ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾದ ಕಾಲನಿಯನ್ನು ಕಾಣಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಹಿ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈಡ್ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಸರ್ಟೆನ್ ಮೋಲ್ಡ್ಸ್, ಅಂದರೆ ಫಂಗಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ಅದನ್ನು ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹಿ ಫೌಂಡ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಪೆನಿಸಿಲಿಯಮ್. ಓಕೆ, ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಪೆಟ್ರಿ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ ಅಂತ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಕಾಲನೀಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ತುಂಬ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಈ ಪೆಟ್ರಿ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಪೆಟ್ರಿ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೀಗೆ ಕಾಲನೀಸ್ ಕಾಣಿತ್ತು ಅವನಿಗೆ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾದ್ದು. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕೆಲವು ಪೆಟ್ರಿ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಕಾಲನಿಯೇ ಕಾಣಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಹಿ ಕುಡ್ ಫೌಂಡ್ ಸಮ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಮೋಲ್ಡ್ಸ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೀಸ್ ಮೋಲ್ಡ್ಸ್ ವ್ಯಾರ್ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈಡ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ದ ಫಂಗಸ್ ಪೆನಿಸಿಲಿಯಮ್. ಸೊ ಇದು ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದರೆ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಕಾಲನಿ ಕಾಣಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಆಗದೇ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಅಂಥ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಕಾಲನಿ ಇತ್ತು. ಅಂದರೆ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾನು ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಾಯ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಯಾವುದು ಈ ಕಾಲನೀಸಿಗಿತ್ತು. ದೋಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಫಂಗಲ್ ಕಾಲನೀಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ದ ಪೆನಿಸಿಲಿಯಮ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲೇಟರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಪೆನಿಸಿಲಿಯಮ್ ಹಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಪೆನಿಸಿಲಿನ್ ಅಂತ ವಂಡರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಟಿಬಯೋಟಿಕ್ ಡ್ರಗ್ ಇನ್ ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಸ್ಕೇಲ್. ಓಕೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹಿ ಟ್ರೀಟೆಡ್ ದ wounded soldiers of World War II. And he got the Nobel Prize in the year 1945 for his wonder discovery. Okay. So penicillium is an unicellular fungus. Which area? Question number 24. Penicillium is a source of antibiotic. It is also correct. Fungi prefer to grow in warm and humid places. Adu kuda correct. Adre third option correct alla. The cell wall of the fungi are composed of peptidoglycan alla. Cell wall of the bacteria, bacteria is composed of peptidoglycan, but the cell wall of the fungi is composed of chitin. It is a type of polysaccharide. So option 3 is the incorrect one. Question number 25. Three statements are given. Statement 1, yeast is a yeast is a multicellular fungus. Wrong. It is a unicellular fungus. Statement 2, penicillium is an unicellular fungus. No, penicillium is a multicellular fungus. Then statement 3, albugo is a parasitic fungus on mustard. Correct. ಸೊ ಆ 3 ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ 1 ಮತ್ತು 2 ರಾಂಗ್, 3 ಮಾತ್ರ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ 3 ಈಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ರೈಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್, ಆಪ್ಷನ್ 3. ಓಕೆ. ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 26. ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ದ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಯಾವುದದು ನೋಡಿ. ಫೈಕೋಮೈಸಿಟಿಸ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ಸ್ ಮಶ್ರೂಮ್ಸ್, ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಕೆಟ್ ಫಂಗೈ ಮತ್ತು ಪಫ್ ಬಾಲ್ಸ್. ಅದಲ್ಲ. Basidiomycetes include mushrooms, bracket fungi or puff balls. Second one, the mycelium of Basidiomycetes is branched and septate. Adu correct answer. Third one, Neurospora is used extensively in biochemical and genetic work. It belongs to group Basidiomycetes. Alla, it belongs to group. Yes. Neurospora is used extensively in biochemical and genetic work. It belongs to group Neurospora, group, come on, Ascomycetes. So it is not a correct answer. Then fourth one, morels and truffles are non-edible. Adu kuda incorrect. They are edible and belongs to Ascomycetes. So second one is also only correct. The mycelium of the Basidiomycetes, it is branched and septate. Adali branch agirtade fungal body. Fungal body is called as mycelium and it is branched, and they are having the cross walls. These cross walls are called as septate. Phycomycetes includes mushrooms, bracket fungi or puff balls. Adu wrong. That is Basidiomycetes include. Neurospora is not a Basidiomycetes. It is a Ascomycetes. Morels and truffles are non-edible ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Wrong. ಅದು edible, belongs to Ascomycetes. So they are used as source of food. Question number 27. With respect to the fungal asexual cycle, choose the correct sequence of events. 1. Karyogamy, plasmogamy and meiosis. 2. Meiosis, plasmogamy and karyogamy. 3. Plasmogamy, karyogamy and meiosis. 4th, meiosis, karyogamy and plasmogamy. I told PKM, ಅದನ್ನು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ. Plasmogamy, then the fusion of the protoplasm, then karyogamy, fusion of the nuclei, and then meiosis, reduction, division. That is PKM. So that is option 3. Question number 28. Mark the odd one with respect to the kingdom fungi. ಯಾವುದು odd one? They reproduce asexually and sexually. Yes. They show a great diversity in the structure and habitat. ಹೌದು, ತುಂಬ ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಡ್ಯಾಂಪ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ವಾಟರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಟೆರೆಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್ಯಾಟ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ. ದೇ ಶೋ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಡೈವರ್ಸಿಟಿ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಂಗೈ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಯಾಪ್ರೋಫೈಟಿಕ್ ಇನ್ ದೇರ್ ಮೋಡ್ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್. ಎಸ್, ದೇ ಫೀಡ್ ಆನ್ ಡೆಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡಿಕೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್. ಸ್ಯಾಪ್ರೋಫೈಟಿಕ್. They reproduce asexually as well as sexually. But fourth option is the incorrect. So that is the odd one. Pick it out. That is, they do not reproduce by zoospores. They do not reproduce by zoospores. Okay. Fungi, they do not reproduce by zoospores. Lower fungi reproduces by zoospores. Lower fungi only reproduces by zoospores. Okay. So mark the odd one with respect to the kingdom fungi. Lower fungi, they have zoospores. Correct. So the asexual spores, motile asexual spores, in case of Phycomycetes groups of fungi, they are nothing but the zoospores, and the non-motile asexual spores in the Phycomycetes, they are called as aplanospores. So Phycomycetes is the lower fungi. Okay, so only in lower fungi they have zoospores. So that is the odd one out. Okay. Then we will move to the question number 29. The sex organs are absent, but plasmogamy is brought about by fusion of two vegetative or somatic cells of different genotypes. It is the feature of 1. Phycomycetes, 2. Basidiomycetes, 3. Ascomycetes, 4. All of these. So the answer is Basidiomycetes, where the sex organs are absent. So sexual phase is absent, but fusion of two vegetative cells takes place or somatic cells takes place of different genotypes. ಒಂದರಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ genotype ಬೇರೆ. So by convention you give the symbol as or the sign as plus. ಮತ್ತೊಂದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಹೈಫೆಯಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ಜಿನೋಟೈಪ್ ಬೇರೆ. ಸೊ ಬೈ ಕನ್ವೆನ್ಷನ್ ಯು ಗಿವ್ ದ ಸೈನ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಮೈನಸ್. ಸೊ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಮೈನಸ್ ಎರಡು ಬೇರೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇನ್ಸ್, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಜಿನೋಟೈಪ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಜಿನೋಟೈಪ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇದೆ, ಮೈನಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ಜಿನೋಟೈಪ್ ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇದೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಟೈಪ್ ಇದ್ದಿರ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇದೆ, ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇನಲ್ಲಿ, ಮೈನಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇನಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇದೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಜೀನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ most of the genes are same, but there are some genes are different. That is why we are looks differently from each other. So ಅವುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಮೈನಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಮೈನಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇನ್ ಎರಡು ಕಂಬೈನ್ ಆದಾಗ ಇಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸಸ್ ವಾಟ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ plasmogamy and karyogamy is taking place. So plasmogamy is brought about by the fusion of two vegetative or somatic cells of different genotypes. It is the feature of Basidiomycetes. Sex organs are absent. In Basidiomycetes, 6 organs are absent. See the NCERT question, page number 24. Mycelium is branched and septate. Asexual spores are generally not found. So sorry, here the asexual spores are not generally found, but sexual phase is present. Okay, they show the Basidiomycetes, they show the fusion. Asexual spores are absent. In case of Basidiomycetes, asexual spores are generally not found, but vegetative reproduction takes place by fragmentation. Sex organs are absent, but plasmogamy is brought about by the fusion of two vegetative or somatic cells of different strains or genotypes. So the resultant structure is the dikaryotic, which ultimately give rise to the basidium. Okay, so the resultant structure is the dikaryon. Karyogamy and meiosis takes place in the basidium, producing 4 basidiospores. Correct? This concept is already over in your theory class. So first fusion of plus strain and the fusion of negative strain. ಒಂದದು ಪ್ರೋಟೋಪ್ಲಾಸಮ್, ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಪ್ರೋಟೋಪ್ಲಾಸಮ್ ಎರಡು ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೋಗ್ಯಾಮಿ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಅದಾದ ನಂತರ ಬೆಸಿಡಿಯಂನ ಒಳಗಡೆ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೈ ಬಂದು ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ನಂತರ ಕ್ಯಾರಿಯೋಗ್ಯಾಮಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ನಂತರ ಮಿಯೋಸಿಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಸೆಕ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ಸ್, ಸ್ಪೆಷಲೈಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ಸ್ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೆಕ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಬ್ಸೆಂಟ್. ಮತ್ತು ಏಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಕೂಡ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಏಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಆಬ್ಸೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ದ ರೈಟ್ option is answer 2, that is Basidiomycetes. Okay, sex organs are absent. Then the last question. By this we will finish the NEET classes for biological classification, and I will give some practice questions for you. You have to submit. I will give you the time. Okay, that is question number 30. The fungi form fruiting bodies in which dash division occurs, leading to formation of dash spores. 4 options are given. The right option is the fungi form fruiting bodies in which reduction division takes place, meiosis takes place, leading to the formation of haploid spores, n number of spores, half of the initial number. So n number of spores or the haploid spores are formed. Fungi form fruiting bodies. So ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟೆ. Fungi forms the fruiting body. Here the sporangium is the example. It is a fruiting body in which dash division occurs, in which meiosis occurs, that is the reduction division occurs, correct, leading to the formation of dash spores, that is leading to the formation of the spores. Spores germinate and leading to the formation of haploid spores. N number of spores means haploid spores, and those spores are germinate when they get enough moisture or temperature, suitable conditions, they will germinate. So the right option is option 2, reduction, haploid. So by this, students, we have completed today's session also, and note down the points which I have written on the board, and make your lecture note, make your own notes, note down my video class lecture notes, and if you have any doubts, you can message me, you can call me, or once when the schools or colleges are reopens, we can clear the doubts. So till the time, till the next session, thank you, and thank you for watching the video.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.